Hello, my name is Robert Lunte. I'm the founder of the Vocalist Studio International and an author and producer of a very popular vocal training program called the 4 Pillars of Singing that is helping singers, students of singing, learn how to train to get stronger and more coordinated every single day around the world. And this evening, I'd like to just talk to the students of singing, my friends out in YouTube, about something that I've been wanting to discuss for quite some time. This is a video I've been dying to make. Oftentimes, in the course of my day, dealing with students of singing every day, there's a common term. There's a remark, a statement that is made too frequently, and that statement is simply this. Hey Rob, last night I tried to hit the high note. Or, hey, tonight I got my gig and I'm really concerned because I have to hit that high note. Or, hey, stop the vocal workout. When I try to hit the high note, it begins to choke. I'm having problems hitting the high note. I get phone calls and I pick up the phone and the first thing people say is, I need help trying to hit the high note. Now, listen, we don't hit notes when we're singing, we sing notes. You might hit a punching bag, you might hit a bat to a baseball, you might hit a hammer to a nail, but we don't hit singing notes. And this very popular mental programming, this idea that we're going to hit something high, is fraught with all kinds of problems. It really gets back to bad programming, mental programming for your singing. And let me explain why. As long as you perceive the increase in frequencies, okay, in the context of up, down, low, high, as long as you perceive singing higher frequencies as something that is up, down, low, high, as something that you have to struggle for, as something that you have to hit, what is going to happen is your body will listen to that mental programming, and what it does is it makes singers, and this is like all very subconscious, it will make your body shout or belt too high on higher notes. Now, let me just be perfectly clear on this. Stop using this term, I gotta hit a high note, because when you use that term, it is a manifestation of your subconscious perception of singing and training higher frequencies in the erroneous context of up, down, low, high. Higher frequencies don't have altitude associated with them. There is nothing that's up, down, low, high. It's all about singing deep. It's all about shifting formants and getting certain key intrinsic musculatures coordinated when you're trying to sing high notes, or of course bridge the passaggio and get to the head voice. So this one simple thing, if you will stop saying I'm trying to hit the high note, or I gotta hit the high note, and change that to the concept of singing deep notes, that will do a lot to help you with your singing. It will do a lot to stop the pushing and the choking that many of you are experiencing when you try to hit high notes. I would propose that you stop trying to hit high notes and you start working and training to sing deep notes, shift formants, modify vowels, and take command and control of the resonant energy in your body. Now, I'm going to do a couple samples here for you. Now, understand that I'm just role playing here. This isn't really the way I sing, but I'm going to put in my mind the mental programming to hit a high note. Now, I haven't thought that way about higher frequencies for many years, so I'm just completely play acting here. But when we try to hit high notes and we perceive higher frequencies in our songs and in our training of something that's up, down, low, high, this is basically what you get. That is not what you want to do. I'm perceiving this G4 as something that is high, something that's a struggle. What's going to happen? My body responds appropriately and it begins to try to push and shout at the high notes. Okay? What if I changed my mental programming, not only in the moment when I'm singing, but what if I changed my mental programming throughout the day, all day long, my perception of higher frequencies as something that was deep and shifted here, formant shifting, vowel modification. If I were to do that, I could completely eliminate the notion of something that's up, down, low, high, and as a struggle, and begin to really more accurately execute on my singing and my perception of higher frequencies really in the true nature of it. Now, what is the true nature of high frequencies? Well, among other things, as far as it's concerned to singing, higher frequencies or singing higher in your vocal register has a lot to do with modifying vowels so that you can realign the harmonic energy inside the formant. Now, formant, that's a fancy voice teacher term that we hear sometimes. What does it really mean, formant? Roughly speaking, this is not the perfect definition, but roughly speaking, to be practical, formant is the resonant space in your body that notes are resonating in, where that harmonic energy is being amplified and produced. Formant 1 tends to be sounds or harmonic colors that are amplifying from the throat and the mouth area. Hey! It's a very strong formant 1 position. Formant 2 would be notes that tend to sit back here, more in the covered position for men, somewhere between E, F, F sharp, covered mixed position. That would be a note that has elements of formant 1, has amplified harmonics in F1, also amplified harmonics in F2. And F3 and F4 are resonant formant spaces that sit even higher above the covered or mixed position. So that's roughly what formant is. And as we move higher in frequency, we have to amplify those formants, and we cannot amplify the harmonics inside those formants if we don't modify vowels. Okay? Now, in my product, The 4 Pillars of Singing, we have all the vowel modification formulas laid out. We literally have written down sequential formulas of vowels, one vowel after the other as you go higher in frequency, laid out into tables that you can train in the routines, in the 4 Pillars of Singing, which give you the sensation of singing deep. Now, singing deep, that sounds kind of abstract, but really, it's not so abstract. You really do feel resonant energy, low and kind of in the back of your head. All right? So, again, this is what it looks like when I try to hit a high note. Okay, it's just awful. If you do this, your voice is going to break. You're going to sound like a choking duck. We've all been there. It's a total mess. Now, I'm going to do the same thing, but I'm going to perceive my phonation as singing deep. I'm going to literally visualize with my auditory imagery the vowel modifying and the formant energy shifting low and in the back of my head to a covered position. As I do this, you can literally hear the sound energy moving deep. And I know that sounds weird, but listen, you can literally hear it going in this direction as opposed to shoving musculature up into something that's just never going to win. That is a lot more floaty, a lot more power, a lot more control over the phonation. We'll keep going. I'm not getting higher. I'm only giving myself an auditory cue to sing deeper. It's all in how you perceive it. Well, maybe not all in how you perceive it, but this is a big part of getting better at singing. So, I'm not shifting higher, I'm just shifting to a different frequency, and all I'm going to do is modify my vowel just a little bit more. I might make some glottal compression adjustments. What goes up must come down. When you practice sirens, always go both directions. It's not higher. It's only an illusion that it's higher. What's really happening is a shift in frequency, more tweak on my vowel modification as I go higher, a slight adjustment on my vocal fold compression. Little attack and release onset from the top down. Let's keep going. This time I'll do a dampen and release onset at the bottom to get my larynx dampened. Baby, 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 baby. Did I say up? I meant deep. Going deep to a C5. are all very high notes. We got a C5, if you keep going up to about an E5 and on. But bigger to the point really is, never do I feel like I'm pushing or choking or any of that, because one, I trained a lot, two, I've got good techniques, but three, the mental programming is also working in my favor. So long as I take my eye off the road and I begin to fail to see the phonation of higher frequencies for what they really are, shifting of formants and modifying vowels, and see them as something that's up, down, low, high, I am forever going to push and choke and sound like a choking duck. And you will too, until you begin to, one, train vowel modifications, two, learn to get a nice embouchure, three, learn about specialized onsets that help you get a good start on your singing, four, learn about larynx manipulation, dampening the larynx so you can tune your formant, and five, perceive the mental game, higher frequencies, as something that is deep, not something that you struggle for. Sing deep notes, don't hit high notes. Do yourself a huge favor. And if you have any questions about vocal technique or the Vocalist Studio or our comprehensive vocal training program, the 4 Pillars of Singing, please feel free to leave a comment, send me an email, and I look forward to hearing from you all. Sing healthy, I love you, and good night.